What if 10 years from now you woke up in the life you've always wanted, the body you dreamed of, the career you imagined, the confidence you wished you had, the peace you kept chasing? Now imagine something else. Imagine that version of you looking back through time, trying to send you one message, not to make you rich overnight, not to reveal some secret shortcut, just one warning. Please, don't waste the time I no longer have. Because every future is built by choices that seem small today. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, you may hear the message your future self has been trying to tell you all along. The conversation that never happened. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're sitting alone in a quiet room. The door slowly opens. Someone walks in. They look familiar. It's you. Only older, healthier, calmer, stronger. Not because life was easy, but because they finally stopped making excuses. They sit across from you. No anger, no judgment. Just one question. Why did you keep waiting? Waiting until Monday, waiting until next month, waiting until motivation arrived, waiting until everything felt perfect. Your future self smiles sadly and says, I wasn't built by giant moments. I was built by thousands of tiny decisions you almost didn't make. Time doesn't feel expensive until it's gone. When we're young, we spend time like it's unlimited. 5 minutes scrolling, 1 hour watching random videos, another day saying, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. One day you look around and realize you've been busy but not moving. Time is strange. You never notice it leaving. But one day you notice what's missing. The opportunities, the energy, the people, the chances you assumed would always be there. Your future self isn't asking for perfection. They're asking you to stop wasting what can never be replaced. The biggest lie you believe. Most people think they need motivation before taking action, but motivation is unreliable. It shows up when life feels easy. Discipline shows up when life feels difficult. Your future self doesn't remember the days they felt motivated. They remember the mornings they got up anyway, the workouts they almost skipped, the books they almost didn't read, the uncomfortable conversations they almost avoided. Those moments created everything. Success wasn't one decision. It was thousands of ordinary choices repeated long enough to become extraordinary. Every small decision is writing your story. Think about today, not next year, today. Everything you do is casting a vote. Every healthy meal, a vote for a healthier future. Every workout, a vote for strength. Every page you read, a vote for wisdom. Every dollar you save, a vote for financial freedom. Every promise you keep to yourself, a vote for confidence. You don't suddenly become successful. You slowly become the person success naturally follows. Your habits are writing tomorrow's story while you're busy living today. Comfort is more dangerous than failure. Failure hurts, but comfort is quiet. Comfort tells you deserve a break. You've already done enough. You can always start later. Comfort never sounds dangerous. That's why it's so powerful. Years pass without realizing comfort quietly stole your potential. Growth rarely feels comfortable. The gym feels uncomfortable. Learning feels uncomfortable. Building a business feels uncomfortable. Starting over feels uncomfortable. But staying the same eventually becomes even more painful. Your future self isn't proud because life became easier. They're proud because they stopped running from discomfort. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Social media makes everyone else's life look perfect. You compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. What you don't see are the years of failure, the rejection, the lonely nights, the mistakes. Comparison steals energy that could have built your own future. Your future self doesn't care who was ahead. They only care that you kept moving. Progress is personal. You don't have to beat everyone. You only have to become a little better than yesterday. Your identity shapes your future. Most people focus on goals, but goals end. Identity lasts. Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I am someone who learns every day. Instead of, I want to get fit, say, I am someone who takes care of my body. Instead of, I want confidence, say, I keep promises to myself. Your actions begin matching the person you believe you are. Your future changes when your identity changes. The price of waiting. Imagine two versions of yourself. One keeps waiting, the other starts today. Neither notices much difference after 1 week or even 1 month, but after 5 years, their lives look completely different. One has confidence, skills, health, freedom. The other has excuses, regret, and endless what ifs. The distance between those two people wasn't talent, it was consistency, small actions, repeated long enough. You don't need more information. Let's be honest, you probably already know what you should do. Sleep earlier, exercise, read, save money, call your family, stop procrastinating, spend less time on your phone. The problem isn't information, it's execution. Knowledge changes nothing. Applied knowledge changes everything. Your future self isn't begging you to learn more. They're begging you to finally act. Imagine meeting your future self again. Picture that older version of you one last time. This time, they're smiling. Because today was different. You finally started. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not dramatically, but you started one workout, one chapter, one application, one difficult conversation, 1 hour without distractions. Tiny actions, massive consequences. Your future self quietly says, thank you, because they know something you don't. The life you're dreaming about begins much earlier than you think. It begins with the decision you make today. Final message. Years from now, you won't remember the videos you watched. You'll remember the moments you decided to change. Your future self isn't asking you to become perfect overnight. They're asking you to become consistent. They're asking you to stop trading your dreams for temporary comfort. They're asking you to believe that today's small effort is tomorrow's extraordinary life. Because every sunrise gives you another chance, another choice, another opportunity to become the person you've always wanted to be. So when this video ends, don't just feel inspired. Do something, even if it's small, because one day, your future self will either thank you or wish you had started today. The choice is still yours, and right now, your future is being written.